Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to AI for Real Dummies. And as the podcast goes, AI for Real Dummies is all about making AI more mainstream and understandable without all the buzzwords and the hype. How AI can make our lives better. And it's been a while since we had the previous podcast session, and we blinked twice. Few months passed, and AI has changed a lot. So, how can we keep pace with the world of AI? And there's no better way to understand how all these shiny new AI tools can solve actual business cases and make our day to day lives easier. And to talk about what they're doing in their world of AI and in their world of business is the CEO and founder of AI Point, Miri. Welcome on the show.
Thank you for having me. Thanks, Jay, for the intro.
No worries at all. And AI is on point with Ema and with a podcast as well. So let's break the ice. Let's say how you had the brainchild of coming up with AI Point and a bit about the business and about yourself as well.
Sure. Yeah, AI Point is an AI company that help SMEs basically across Australia and US to adapt AI effectively.
Yes.
We provide AI agent, AI assistants, generative AI solutions to organizations. We help them to basically adapt AI in a cost-effective and secure way.
Yep.
So how I came up with AI Point, basically, my goal was with choosing this name is to become the point for AI adoption for organization. Um,
Yep.
to when they want to become an AI first, basically company. So then that's where we could help them to adapt AI effectively.
Got it. Got it. Adopting AI effectively is something that businesses are still trying to understand how they can do it. And before venturing into the world of AI, were you already playing in the world of AI as part of an organization? And then how exactly did AI Point came into being and how long was that?
Sure. So I come from a 20 years of software engineering background. I worked with AI and cloud over last 10 years. It
Okay.
backs to 2014 when I joined eBay and started working on cloud infrastructure and building AI. But the AI that we used at that time, it was traditional AI, machine learning, image recognition using traditional approaches and techniques. Then moving forward, I moved to the trade desk, which I was a lead solutions architect. And
Yes.
also, I work on a big data projects using AI. We have different organizations, Fortune 500 across US,
Yep.
like Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Amazon, and so on, to leverage AI and big data they have across advertising ecosystem to target
Yep.
audience better for advertising purposes. And so that all this experience uh, drove me to a position towards the end of 2023. I decided with generative AI, as generative AI getting advanced, decided to start
Yep.
my own basically business to help businesses better. So that's where
Yep.
I started with a couple of projects while I was working full time, and then I moved completely full time after that in 2024, and yeah, I keep going on that
Yeah. Yeah.
journey.
Yeah. It's been nearly 2.5 years since that AI bubble popped up and everyone started embracing. But you played in this field, as you mentioned, for the past decade or even longer. And according to you, what do you think has changed a lot in the past 5 to 6 years in the world of AI?
Previously, when we talked about AI solutions, we were talking about traditional AI. So it takes weeks, takes months actually, to implement a specific solution using artificial intelligence and machine
Yeah.
learning. Whether it was NLP or image recognition or text detection or any technique, basically, it required a lot of data training and a lot of work on the back end side. So it was
Yeah.
costly. time consuming. It needs a big investment from organizations.
Yep.
With the help of generative AI, now we are able to basically um, just prompt a specific requirements to AI and get the output in a matter of just a few seconds, minutes, in some cases. So um, generative AI advanced hold this process and minimize that barrier on building advanced AI solutions. And that's the
Yep.
beauty of it for us in tech, and that we are able to do way more than what we used to be able to do that. And that also makes investment in AI way cheaper than before. I know a lot of people are talking about like, hey, if you go towards AI, it costs of LLM and cloud infrastructure, etc. But thinking of what it was possible before in compared to now, it's still much cheaper right now because we're minimizing the time and cost of the people that actually implementing AI for organizations, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that considering that actually achieving a goal on implementing AI solutions in an organization to bring productivity and efficiency to the team is much cheaper in compared to the past.
Makes sense. So, in short, shipping time of a prototype or probably an MVP has gotten considerably shorter, significantly shorter, rather.
Yes,
Um,
exactly. Because the beauty of a generative AI is that it actually generate content for us, right?
Yep.
Um, Previously, we have to train the AI to basically generate some content. Now,
Yep.
all these large language models are already sitting on a big data sets,
Yes.
basically the whole internet data, right? So there is no need for such a things. And even last few months, it gets even more advanced around image generation and video generation, just like mind blowing how this is
Yep.
happening, right? So just a matter of like finding a great idea that is profitable for organization. That's the key part of basically going through adapting AI within the team to make it more effective and efficient for organization and implement that AI solution. I know still like a lot of people are figuring that out, but
Yeah.
talking to the right people and going through the right direction helps a lot with getting that implementation in place for the team.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. And something that I've noticed on your socials is you speak about AI you can trust. It's not just AI; it's the right AI and the right AI with the uh, all the secure guardrails. Tell me a bit about this. What you think about that, and then the future.
Yes, I think there are two main factors that still is not we haven't heard about them much. One is
Yep.
the cost efficiency of AI implementation, and another one is the security of AI implementation. The security aspect basically is important, and it comes to a broader layer, like from data privacy, compliance, security. Is not We're not talking about only cyber security and DDoS attack and technical aspect, right? But
Yes. Yes.
more broader from a end user basically when they engage with the platform with your basically product and etc. You need to minimize the risk for them to stay longer and engage with the platform, right? For that, organizations need to be aware of applying the right data privacy and right security within their AI implementation. And that's why I partner with another company based in Melbourne, in Australia, to
Good.
bring this strategy together. So we implement AI and we know the approaches, how to implement them. They know the strategy. We combine this together and bring that to the organizations.
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. When it comes to the right use of AI, people still mind blown how AI can help them. So, in a very, how can I say this? In a very uneducated way, we try to put very sensitive information which are guarded by organizations into public AI models, and still the damage is uncountable, and it could so with time to come. Especially your let's speak a bit about AI point. You mentioned that AI point has been there for a while, for the past 2 years, and in your experience even longer. Care to share a few successful projects that you carried out for some of your clients, of course withholding names, uh, which you can share perhaps?
So one of the interesting project that we had, and it was quite a while. I think we worked with them for 9 months last year, and up to end of Q1 this year. Was helping a stock trading organization based in US to adapt AI within their projects. As you might know, basically, a lot of these crypto trading and stock trading companies, they are already using machine learning techniques for historical data analysis and backtesting and so on, and even algorithmic trading. Um, but they already had these things in place, but they didn't use generative AI at all. And they asked me that if I can help them to basically apply a few things for them. And the initial thought was quite simple, just basically a way that people can write a prompt and it generate basically algorithmic trading for them. But looking at their infrastructure, and they weren't ready for adapting AI at a scale. So I helped them to basically build a monitoring system, migrate the cloud, build a monitoring system for algorithmic trading they had, then build AI agents that basically help them to generate algorithmic trading, then AI assistant that allow their client to basically interact with that assistant to be able to basically learn about different algorithmic trading in the system,
Okay.
different information that they had across different channel like Discord, website, GitHub, and so on. So yeah, provide a more informative information for the basically client. So yeah, so we went through a step from like AI readiness for them, applying cloud migration, monitoring system, then implementing generative AI solutions for them. So that's why it took quite a while to go through all that
Yes.
process within 9 months almost. Yeah.
That's quite a good timeline for a business who already was using AI in a marginal way and then integrating AI into the business. Is it?
Yes, the thing is that it's different. You're completely or heavily using machine learning techniques
Okay.
for your day-to-day projects, and you want to adapt AI because generative AI is quite different, and still the team needs to get trained to basically implement that. I trained the team as well,
Okay.
implement everything. So I trained the team to how basically continue with the existing basically solutions and the new solutions, and add new features to that basically. So yeah, that requires a training. So because they wanted to move fast and don't stay behind the competitors and so on,
Yes.
so I helped them to get this implemented, and yeah, now they're doing great. So I've seen a lot of their marketing messages. Um,
Good.
they're going very successful on the adapting generative AI in their solution because now they have a winning card in compared to their competitors on how basically implementing AI effectively for engaging their clients, serving clients a lot better.
Got it. And I believe stemming from that example you mentioned, serving their clients, understanding their clients. So are we right to assume that particular solution was a personalized solution that was offered from their platform to the clients, and hence the reason why maybe personalization and AI is something that could be a good future product per se.
Yes, and actually, one of the main advantage of generative AI is that help a lot with personalization. I think 5 6 years ago, I had a startup myself, and I built a recommendation engine for recommending personalization data to audience.
Yes.
For such a things, I did a lot of machine learning techniques, like basically implementation. Thinking of that kind of way that we use recommendation engine for solutions in compared
Yeah.
to what we could simply implement with generative AI, it's amazing. And so, and the whole advantage of generative AI is that it helps a lot. With the right prompt, you can get the best personalization outcome for your products and your service. And that's the beauty of using generative AI, right? And that's one of the main usage of actually generative AI at the moment. um, so yeah, definitely it helps a lot with that. I think user experience and personalization enhanced a lot with generative AI solutions right now.
Exactly. Personalization and the user experience has played a huge role. And when you speak about user experience, it's the low code or the no code tools have, I would say, not invaded, but rather is playing a huge role in the market where people are trying to build their own little products or trying to solve business cases for their own clients. And in this case, a question that one of the clients could ask is, for my business, is N8N better? Is it Zapier better? Or is it Make better? Your smile exactly says that you've been asked this question before. So in that case, how would you position this? I know that asking the tech stack is a wrong question. Trying to solve is the best case, but how would you address this?
Sure. Zapier, I would say more of an integration, API integration platform, and it's really good for that because they just you can plug and play lots of different tools with it. Mm, you can do. It's not built for AI agent necessarily because the
Yes.
nature of the Zapier business was about API integration, and
Yeah.
that's what it does really well. You
Yes.
just go and think of any different tools that you want to integrate with your platform, and actually it has it in their list.
Yeah.
Make.com is really good for AI workflow automation, and that's what it's built for. It's designed from day one for AI workflow automation, right? Workflow
Yeah.
automation in general, not necessarily AI workflow automation. Basically, it was designed for workflow automation.
Well,
They're doing it now, agentic workflow, but still, I think they need more room to get advanced on that, right?
yeah.
So for simpler design and just basically sending a prompt to LLM and get that result back, and that's it, and go to the next step of workflow. Yes, it works fine, but more
Yeah.
advanced and complex scenario, I prefer to use N8N. N8N is designed for building AI workflow, AI agent in a enterprise level, basically. So
Okay.
you can handle quite a lot of complex scenario with that. We are doing it for our client, and
Yes.
still is one of first approaches that we go to
Yeah.
in the first place. And if we couldn't implement it with and if, for example, it's very complex or and needs a lot of tweaks and customization, then we go with a coding approach or a combination of a low code, no code, like with N8 and then also coding mix up together.
Got it. So if it requires a lot of complications, but rather not complications, but rather customizations, it's matter of integrating a custom LLM.
Yes, so
Right.
you don't. The thing is that all these tools, they are great to some level, and if you want more advanced, more a customization and specification within your solution, then the coding approach is the best. I know a lot of people are at the moment against coding, but the thing is that with AI tools right now, like Copilot, Lovable.dev, and so on, or Cursor.com, etc. Coding is not a time-consuming task like before.
It is not.
So then it still is a really good option if your
Yeah.
scenario and your project basically fit that in that aspect.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And if you want to scale your product, go beyond your organization, offer it to the clients, I would say a customized approach is the best, as you mentioned. Uh, so let's again go back to AI point. Now, when and if a client comes to you and say, "Hey, Ma, we've got this issue in our organization. How exactly can we augment it, or rather make it better with the use of AI?" Can you walk us through your discovery process, how exactly you do it, so that our audience would know, yes, this is how AI point does it, and maybe within our audience there could be a few people who would want to get your help.
Yeah, sure. So it depends on the basically organization that they reach out
Yeah.
to us, because we have clients that come with just an idea.
Yeah.
So they want to become a founder, and they just starting their entrepreneurship journey, or they already have a business and they want to bring an idea in addition to their business, basically to advance their business. So based on that, we go through the understanding their processes. For example, if it's a completely new startup,
Yep.
it's just a discovery call, understanding their idea, what where is coming from, etc., and how much they validate that idea, and they make sure that they want to take it out to the market. I will have that conversation with them to understand their needs. But if they already have a business, I will understand what they have already in place, what's their infrastructure, or what they're doing, and where this new solution is going to sit there. Because
Mm.
they, if the solution needs to integrate within their existing system, it's different scenario. And so we need to learn about their whole infrastructure, what they have already, and how to fit this new solution without breaking anything, basically.
Got it. Making without breaking anything is the ultimate way, be it AI, NI10, or whatever that you want to say.
Yeah.
But gradually coming to the close of the podcast, Ema, in the next 5 years, where do you think AI point should be in your milestone goals?
Um, Hopefully we get AI point to the point that it actually becomes the first place for a lot of organization for implementing, becoming AI first companies, basically. And that's the ultimate goal. We are also launching a new product called TagPoint to
Okay.
help with this and to help more of our basically customers on adapting AI effectively within their processes. So, but more on that will come soon.
Yeah, so if you want to know more about Hellpoint, you know where to go to Emma's LinkedIn. And then just like that, Emma, it's been a pleasure having you and talking more about AI Point. And once our audience wants to get in touch with you, once the podcast is released, what's the best way?
They can get in my LinkedIn if you share the LinkedIn on the
Yes.
podcast, or they just can contact me through my email. If you all, I can share my email as well.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So we will share on our show notes Emma's LinkedIn information and then her contact. And then if our audience wants to get in touch, that's the way to go. And Emma, we've seen you speaking on a lot of panelists as well. Would be great to have you down here in Melbourne so that we could personally hear you speak.
Sure.
And and it's been a great chat during the session, Emma. And thank you so much for being part of the show.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed the chat.
Lovely, lovely having you as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today with AI for Real Dummies. And I hope you are at least a degree better than the dummy that you were at the start of the podcast. And we'll be with you again with another AI wizard trying to AI may make more mainstream and simpler for all of us. Till then, have a good day.
Thank you.